I should pray for this person that hurt me, the person that brought me to a place of tears. I should pray for them. Just because you're done with people does not mean that God is done with them. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Melissa. To the returning subscribers, thank you so much. And to the new subscribers, thank you for joining the family. So, in today's video, I'm just going to talk about some of the things I discovered about myself and some of the things that I had to learn the hard way. And one of them was just allowing God to be in control, because I'm a very curious person. Like, I want to know what will happen next, what will happen tomorrow, how things will go, and all of that. So when I kind of like started taking my Christian journey very seriously, when I started becoming like a devoted child of God and trying to abide in Him and trust in God, I had to come to terms with, like, I'm not in control of everything. I can plan my day to day, I can plan my life, but only God has the final say. Only God is going to decide what should stay in my life and what should go out of my life. And that's just the beauty about it, because God is going to put you in a position to be curious, but not to be curious in a way that it brings fear, but to be curious in a way that is going to push you to seek Him, in a way that is going to push you to always consult Him, to always look for Him, to always want to know more about Him. So me just allowing God to be in control of my life and just coming to terms with that was just one of the hardest things that I had to come to terms with. And I'm just glad that, like, I had to go through this process. Sometimes we just become so self-righteous, we're just so full of selfish ambition. We feel like just because we work hard, we are promised tomorrow we're going to be rich. Just because we eat healthy, we're always going to be healthy. There's no way we're going to die, nothing bad is going to happen to us, and all of that. But then what happens when you're putting in all the work, when you're giving it your all, when you're giving it 100%, when you're doing the right things, like everything you can to make things work, and you don't get the results that you want, and you're not seeing the progress that you desire? That's just to show you that you are not the one who is in control of your life. There is always a higher power that you need to surrender to, which is God. So it was just very difficult for me. It was even difficult for me to come to the realization that God is the one who is in control, because sometimes we feel like we're in control. Sometimes we don't even come to the realization that, oh, it's actually God who decides. I can plan, but it's up to God who decides. So it just took a lot of me just being like, I've done everything I can, I feel like I'm living life the right way. I'm doing this and this and this. And I had to go back to the drawing board, like, what is it that I'm missing? What is it that is wrong? What is it that I'm missing? What is it that I'm not doing? And I just realized that I wasn't involving God. I forgot that God has the final say. I do not have the final say. God's the one who decides when I start and when I end, and it's not up to me. So I just hope that this video reaches you, and if you're going through the same thing as me, if you just feel like you're doing everything you can to succeed, or whatever it is that you're believing God for, and you are not getting the desired results, you just have to remind yourself and come to terms with, like, I can't do this on my own. You can't live life on your own terms. You can't run your own race. You need people and you need God. So just go back to the drawing board and just tell God, like, I can't do this on my own. I need you. Guide me. Be my guide. Be my savior. Be my sovereign Lord. Yeah. And the second thing I had to learn, I remember, I think a few months back, I don't really remember exactly when. Yeah, I was in a call with my mentor before I became my mentor, and he just mentioned something like, "Do not easily give up on people as long as there is room for growth." And when he said that, I was like, oh, I've heard that and stuff like that. And I mean, I just brushed it off until some months passed, to some weeks passed. There was something that had happened. There was something that had happened, and I was really hurt by what had happened. So my friend did something to me that really, really hurt me. At first, when it happened, it wasn't a big deal, but when I began to think about it, it really, really hurt me. And then when I tried to address it, it's like the person wasn't even being remorseful, being sorry about the whole thing. I just felt like the person didn't respect me and the person did not value me. So I was so upset about it. I remember, like, that night I cried. I remember, like, crying, like, oh my God, my friend really said this and it has really hurt. Like, this person has actually shown me, like, how they feel about me. I don't even know if they've come to the realization of how hurt I am or what their words have done to me. And they're like, so I cried about it and whatnot, and I was upset. I even deleted the person's phone number. I was like, I'm done with this person. I do not even want to associate myself with this person anymore. And I spent the next few days, I was so sad. I was being like, I was trying to avoid this person, and I just didn't want anything to do with them, basically. And then one day I was just praying. A few days after the incident happened, I started praying, and then the Lord just told me like I should pray for this person. I should start interceding for this person. And I was like, to me, like I was so shocked. I was like, what? Like, God, you're trying to tell me like I should pray for this person that hurt me, the person that brought me to a place of tears. I should pray for them. I was just so shocked, like I didn't even know what to do. But I was just like, you know what, let me just obey. And I just began praying for this person and whatnot. And that experience just taught me that just because you're done with people does not mean that God is done with them. Just because you've termed certain people as bad, or just because you've termed certain people as evil, just because certain people are not good to you for a certain reason, does not mean that God is done with them, you know. And sometimes growth comes with disconnection. So God allowed that situation to happen so that He can teach me a lesson, so that He can teach me something. And we live in a world and we live in a society where we're so quick to cut people off. Because you cut them off does not mean that God has also cut them off. Maybe God wanted you to separate. Maybe God did not even want you people to be together. God had to allow certain circumstances and certain situations to happen so that you can learn from them, and so that you can grow from them, and so that you can know that just because people are your enemy does not mean that they are God's enemy. The moment you're done with people, maybe that's the moment God is actually beginning with them. He just needed you to disconnect yourself from them, and He also needed them to be disconnected from you. You need to be patient with people. You need to leave room for growth. People are going to make mistakes. People are going to hurt you, man. Even myself, I'm sure I've hurt my friends, the people that love and care for me in so many ways that I did not even see that I hurt them, but they had to give me a chance. If we're just so quick to cut people off and to let people go just like that, we are not going to have friends. We're not going to have family. Because trust me, there's so many things. There's so many things that are going to happen in that period, and you just need to give people like a chance. You're like, okay, this person is going to be better, and just try not to focus too much on their weaknesses, and try to at least see their strengths. Try to look at their strengths and be like, okay, I know this person does this, but this is their strength. Be graceful, be patient, be loving, be kind. I know, like, it's very, very hard, and it's like it's a journey. Like, you learn from it. And also this thing of like inheriting enemies. Just because someone is your friend's enemy does not mean that they are also your enemy. Of course, you can just set certain boundaries and tell yourself, okay, I have heard this about this person and this person, but I'm not going to be mean to this person. I'm not going to be unkind to this person, though I'm going to be very careful based on the things that I have heard about them. And someone's experience with another person is not going to be your experience. So give people a chance. Give people a chance. Be patient with them, be kind with them, and just set healthy boundaries that are going to protect you and protect the other person. And the person is going to know that, nah, I can't do this, I can't behave like this, I can't cross this line. And sometimes we're just in people's lives for a season, so let's just make use of that, make it count, and leave people with nothing but good lessons and things that they can learn from, things that they can hold on to. Not all friendships are going to last for a lifetime. No, some friendships or some people that we come across, they're just here for a season or for a reason. They're just there to teach us something. They're just there to help us. They're just there to carry us through the next season of our lives. They're just there to push us to the next season of our lives. They're just there to bless us. They're just there to pour into us. So just learn from the lessons. That's the only thing that you can hold on to. Leave people with nothing but good lessons. That's all that I can say. Other thing I also discovered is that I don't like to do things in groups, mainly because I don't like to remind people to do things like over and over and over again. I don't like to feel like someone has put me in a position where I'm begging them to do something that they willingly volunteer to do. So I just don't like that feeling of constantly having to remind someone that, hey, today is Tuesday, today is this, you need to do this, you need to do that, let's get this done, and all of that. And also sometimes I feel like I like certain things done to my own liking, which can be a little bit difficult for me to compromise. Though I don't have a problem, I can compromise as long as everybody is just as long as everybody has agreed on it, and that's what we want. So sometimes I just like certain things done to my liking, and I can be very specific with what I want and what I like. And also I wouldn't want to be in a position where I'm in a group, like I'm doing something with people, and they do not want to embrace my ideas, or they do not want to allow me to bring my ideas to life. So I just wouldn't want to be in a space where I feel so suffocated, where I feel like somebody is trying to be superior. Because if you decide to do something in a group, right, it means you have all told yourself that nobody is a boss and everybody is just on the same level. Like once you decide to embark on a journey, or once you decide to do something with your friends, you are not more superior than them, and they are not more superior than you. Everybody is on the same level. You have agreed to journey with them, or you have agreed to do something with them because you can see the potential in them, because you can see that these are the right people that can be on my team, these are the people that are going to help me achieve, or these are the right people that are needed for this specific assignment. So those are just like the three main things that I actually discovered about myself. And if you can relate to any of the things that I shared in this video, please drop a comment, like the video, and share the video. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye.